licensure to order. We have 5 members present, so we have a quorum. The reason I thought it was important that we get together is I've had a lot of feedback from multiple different entities about several situations, and I thought it would be prudent for us as a board to discuss those. So one of the first ones was the motion out of the Public Health Committee in the Senate to move the physician assistants underneath, move them from the Board of Medical Licensure to the Board of Nursing. And subsequent to that, I've had numbers of calls from the physician's assistants about their resistance to that, and also the fact that this board, even though the PAs have been licensed since 2000, we have never had a task force for the PAs developed. And they do have some legitimate concerns about their licensure process. So one of the things that I would hope that we could do from this session is commit to forming the PA task force, which would include someone from, by statute, would include an APRN as well as 3 PAs that are, or 1 PA of 3 that are listed from the Mississippi Association of Physicians Assistants. That's right, that is, but that's not.
We have to activate it.
But,
We have to provide it.
but I think we need to activate it, that's what I'm saying. And I think that would make a big difference for the physician's assistants. Is anybody got any comments on that?
Again, state who you would want on it, a PA, an APRN, kind of position.
It's specified.
It's specified in the law that it would require an APRN that's either serving on the Board of Nursing or is nominated by MNA, is what the statute says, as well as one from the Mississippi Physicians Assistant Association. And I have met with the president of the Mississippi Physician Association and have tentatively scheduled a meeting with our next executive committee meeting, which will be in March. So I'm willing to serve on that committee. Is anybody else interested in doing that? Their big concerns, their biggest, well, they have lots of concerns, but one of their biggest concerns is the part of rules and regulations that states that if a physician has 2 APRNs, they cannot have a PA, which puts them at significant problem getting a job. And there are only 100 of them in the state, less than 100. So they have a small cadre, but I think we need to be responsive to their needs. Yes.
So this is an advisory group that's already set out in statute,
Yes.
right? Okay, so really what we're saying is, let's just start following along.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
so
I'll serve on it. I'll serve on it too.
Well, let me make a further suggestion. Would it not be better time-wise just to have that group meet with the executive committee when the executive committee meets, or when they want to meet, as opposed to having 2 separate committees? Okay, I mean,
Well, I
because you got to come to Jackson to do it.
yeah, it's going to be that same day
Yeah.
anyway.
Okay.
So, anybody?
Right now, the rules say that if you have 2 APRNs, you can't have a PA.
That's right.
It's pretty restricted. Or no more than 2 PAs.
Yeah.
One and one. Right.
So we're gonna move forward with that, and I do think that we need to listen to their suggestions. I heard things from the president of the PA Association that I was unaware of, so I do think that it will be vital input for their licensing. Okay, the second thing, well, second of multiple things is I've had conversations with a number of legislators, and have learned that probably the image of the Medical Licensure Board is not where I would like for it to be. And I have learned that we probably have spent a good deal of time working on disciplinary actions and probably less time than we should have on staying current with the needs outside of our, I don't know what word I'm looking for, but something outside of our purview in terms of improving the licensure process and things like that that will make it easier for people to relocate to Mississippi and have access to care. So I'm responding to that because I think we need to make some changes in that regard. I've already talked to Rhonda, and we need to begin to make some changes, probably make the jurisprudence personal appearance exam go away, and some things like that that will make it easier for physicians to come to Mississippi. And the Interstate Compact is very important for physicians that are licensed elsewhere in the state to come to Mississippi, and that is kind of a critical piece, and we will have to incorporate those things into that. So that's item number 2. And then the third thing, I'm going to get Dr. Easterling to give us an update on what's come out of the Senate about APRN mileage and what's being proposed for statute.
May I address the personal appearance before the board?
Sure.
As you know, we are required to have the criminal background check.
Yes.
And we have a scanner on site where we scan the fingerprints in. They're sent to the state and to the FBI. They're returned within 24 to 48 hours, usually before the jurisprudence examination is over. If we're going to require cards, it takes us 4 to 6 weeks for those to be returned to the FBI. And that would be a real impediment as far as licensure is concerned, because they have to go somewhere to get a clear set of fingerprints that they can send to us, that we can send them. Whereas the scanner, you can tell, no, you're not getting decent fingerprints if you can redo them.
So, is this for someone who is a new licensee, or is this for someone who is a licensee in another state?
And all physicians that get their initial license in Mississippi have to have their prints done. And reinstatements after 5 years, they have to, if their license expires more than 5 years, they have to come back when they reinstate their license to get their prints done.
But that's our ruling, right? So that's
Statute.
statute, okay.
Could we do that and maybe send a letter to each of the legislators to let them know that things should be speeded up?
Madam Chairman, we spent 6 months looking at the process of licensing physicians, and Dr. Brunson's committee put out a 14-page suggestion thing, almost none of which we've done. I don't think we have the time or in our place at this point to dissect that, other than to say we probably haven't done as good a job as we should, and from henceforth we need to look at our licensure process. We need to look at a look-back period. Like, you know, it's never made sense to me if we get a physician from Tennessee who's licensed in 2 different states. He or she's never had a restriction on their license. You look back 10 years. You know, but I don't think the purpose of this meeting is to try to fix that right now. It's just to say we need to do a better job.
No,
and we'll go
it's
forward
to
with
let
doing
you
that.
know that we are moving forward with implementing some of those things that were in Dr. Brunson's report. That's what it's for. Okay, and then you're going to give us an update.
Well, I wasn't there yesterday, but from what I understand, what came out of committee was to put in statute that the distance between a collaborative physician and APRN would be no greater than 75 miles, and that there would be a number of 6 APRNs per physician. Now, there's going to be some amendments to that and some committee subs and all that, and they're going to battle all that stuff out. But that's, as I understand, all that came out of committee yesterday. That's all that we should. Anything else is just speculation. And of course, whatever comes out of the Senate hadn't gone to the House yet. So.
Okay. And then, the other issue is, definitely prior to next year, we need to hire a lobbyist. Is everybody in agreement with that?
Yes.
All right. So, anybody else have anything for the good of the order?
On this bill with the 75 miles, that's okay with me, the 6 okay with me. I think most of our problem comes within the area of who sets the collaboration rule. We say we do, the Nurse Association says we don't, and so that's where our rub is coming. If in the bill we could get them to say who is in charge of that, it would simplify life for about 3 different boards. Is that proposed to be in there?
That's been in discussion. There's been a number of different caveats to what they passed. It's been in discussion. We do have a Chancery Court ruling that has said in a previous case that we have the right to write a collaborative agreement pertaining to a physician's practice, and part of that practice is the APRN. How that's going to come out and how that's going to change, I don't know. That's all. Again, all this is up for debate. We just got to wait and see what the final piece of sausage looks like.
How many APRNs are allowed per Dr. Mann?
There's no limit.
No, well, I knew that's what they testified yesterday.
Yes, Dr. Eastman said we have a Chancery Court decision which supports the validity of the board's current regs. And of course, the legislature can adjust that as it sees fit.
Nowadays, I don't think that mileage is really a big thing. It's more a matter of what their obligation. 75 miles is good.
Well, again, that's not for us to decide. The legislature's going to make some decision, and we'll just say thank you, and we'll work with whatever they say.
Will do. But I think it's important that we make an important stride in collaboration too, that we work to improve our image and our collaborative efforts with the other agencies. Like this morning, meeting with the Tri-Regulatory Agency, I think that's a huge thing and goes well, and we learn a lot from all of that. So we also have some other business that we would attend to. We would like to address a personnel issue. So, Dr. Easterling?
I think we need a motion to go out of general session. So I make a motion to go out of general session.